Good morning. Morning. I'm going to go back into that NQ one if it takes me in. Oh, let me show it. Sorry. I'm right here. I was in it right out of here, and then I had my stop here after these two candles formed. And then it went up, but see, it's got a lower high again. So I'm back in it again once it broke the bottom. Come on, let's go. Let's actually get going here. Come on. Come on, NQ. At least give me my money back. You stole from me the first time. Jesus. Come on. Come on. Come on. Roll over, damn it. Come on. Roll over. There you go. Let's go. Why are you being a pain in my ass? Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Come on. Come on, NQ. Mm-hmm. See, we have a lower high, lower high, lower high. I mean, each time it's gone up, it's still created a lower high on my top side. So, I mean, it's just got to push down. That's all. Just got to push down. Hurry up. Let's go. Push. Just push down. Let's quit being stupid and let's get this going. Just go. Let's pick up the pace. Oh, my aching feet. Just go. Jesus. There you go. My God, that was painful. All right. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Almost distracting me from gold. I mean, yeah, from gold. All right, come on. Let's just go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. There you go. Keep going. Run. Run. Boy, it's going to run out of gas here soon. It's running in a straight line. Come on. Come on. Well, how much are you going to get back, Bob? Oh, don't do the 1 minute gold line shit now. Go down. Oh, it's going to do the 1 minute gold line. I'm looking at the ES. I'm not going to let it roll up. Come on, go. I'm looking at the ES. Come on. Just go. When it runs in a straight line, I know it looks exciting, but that's when it recoils because it runs out of gas. Come on, go. Go. There you go. Come on, hit me. Come on, hit me. Hit me. There you go. Bam. What a way to start the morning. I'm going to tell you guys something. Man, the afternoon trading, the early morning trading's been okay too. I mean, we had this rotation here, then we had a screwed up M. But so let's just quickly, while we're sitting here, because gold is not doing shit. This went up and kind of screwed up a potential M pattern, right? So it went to the high, but then it went back down and then inside your lines and then broke this pivot right here back up into your gold lines and then wham. And I completely missed that. I went and got a cup of coffee when this happened. I would have hammered that for all she had. What I did not like about this trade is we did break a Donchian from over an hour ago, but it didn't break the bottom of the pivot. See, like it really should have been. I think this would have been a smoother M if this had actually gone through the low, then come up and done the M. I really think it would have been a smoother M if this had been through the low, then up. Because they don't have any reason to bring it through the low right now because they didn't go through the low before. But anyways, yeah, nice way to start Friday. So what I was saying is that the afternoons have been just fire. I don't remember where I was at. I don't remember. Where was I at when we shut down yesterday? Was I down? Or was I up? I think I was down like $400. I ended yesterday just trading in the afternoon, late afternoon. I traded a beautiful gold trade off the 5-minute gold line. I traded a beautiful NQ trade off the red line. I mean, this was yesterday. $5,506. $5,506 yesterday. And I think I took like 3 trades. That's it. $5,506 up to 2 contracts. That's it. I had an NQ one. Now I think about it. I had an NQ one that I got in with 1 contract. It rolled up and gave me an M pattern, and I added a second contract. I had 2 contracts that slammed down, and I made probably $2,500 on that trade. And I had a gold one that did the same thing. It came inside the gold line, and then bing, boom. Yeah, I mean, it was yesterday afternoon. Just some beautiful trading. Just some beautiful, easy, simple trading. Stuff like, even like this is pre-market. None of it got shaky. None of it got hairy-carry. I got in here. So let me just go over this. This was an M pattern. All right, let me do it fast. See how this was a lower high than this off of resistance. I got in here. It came down, came up, came down, came up, and I put my stop right above this shelf that was created, and then it ran up. But it never broke the top of this pivot. So I put another order in for the next break, which turned out to be this candle, and then down we went. So what I did is I stopped myself from losing several $100s if it had just blown right through the red line and took off. And then I allowed myself to get back in because we didn't break the structure to my left of the down pivots. If that makes sense. Anyways, that's what I did. So gold is out of the box. That's good. Gold is out of the box this morning. That's nice. As of right now, then, what I would be looking for is for it to test the top of the box. I haven't even looked at our static lines yet. So the PriorDay high is way the hell up here. PriorDay open is way the hell up here. PriorDay high is way the hell up here. All right. We're kind of away from there's a long distance from any of these static lines from where we're at. So we're going to have to be playing some box trades and some moving average trades if we're going to take any gold trades. Oh shit! I don't even have my. I didn't even have my my ATM set up. Let me see here. I got to fix something. So yeah, NQ got us out of the gate. NQ got us out of the gate. I'm up 418. I had the first loss was like $90 when it rolled up back through the top of that little shelf I talked about. I lost like $90. And then of course the next trade I got, whatever. So probably $520, something like that. I got to get my floating indicator right on here. Good morning, Patriot. You're up 1,058, Alex. Oh, in RTY? Or was that yesterday? The RTY is a great instrument, by the way. And I think yesterday, looking back on it, it was probably the best moving one of all of them. Sometimes it does that. Sometimes it, like everything else, sometimes it goes, yeah, it just doesn't have the carry, the follow through. Man, I should have been looking at that that NQ trade again, right off the gold line. I should have been looking at that. Well, I'm all right. Well, we didn't break a low here, so that's not good. Okay, yeah, all right. We didn't break a low here. So, yeah, we might be rolling up. We might be wedging right now. See how we're coming down? This one, so if you look at the longer term, this was the low, then this was the low, and this is our current low. Each one of them is a little bit higher than the one to the left. Just like the tops, each one of these tops is a little bit lower than the one to the left. So it looks like they're starting to wedge. Let me go back to gold here. I need gold to come back. Well, I might have to take a 1 minute gold line in gold. Damn it. Really wanted it to come and test the top of the box. You short again off the red line. See, again, just like I was saying, see, pattern-wise, this is much better stuff right here. Right now. See how we broke all these pivots to the left, rolled up, boom. Yeah, that's a great trade, Alex. Pattern-wise, that's doing better than the NQ right now. The NQ is definitely showing signs that it's compressing. Jesus. Oh, gold. Dang it. Are you going to run off on me? I want you to come down here. I want you to come down here. Man, I should have probably risked it. I didn't. I should have probably risked that trade. That's my bad. I should have thrown the dice at that one. God dang it. Yep, I should have thrown the dice at this one. I'm just not paying attention. Yep, I should have thrown the dice at that one. Yep, Oh, yeah. When I went back and looked even further, I could see I should have thrown the dice at that one. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I should have rolled the dice on that one. Should have rolled the dice on that gold trade. It's all right. Well, now it's creating an M pattern, Alex. Now it's creating an M pattern. Your RTY is. Yep. It's creating an M pattern. Man, I wish I'd have hit that gold trade. Damn it. Excuse me. You talked me into taking it too, Alex. You talked me into taking it too, Alex. Come on, go. Come on, RTY, go. Come on, just go down. There you go. You talked me into taking it, Alex. You talked me into taking it. Created a nice M pattern. Now just go down. Damn. There we go. Thanks, Alex. You talked me into taking it too, Alex. Yeah, man. Whenever it rolls, whenever it does that dent and then dent, always pay attention to that pivot to the left. I mean, pivot to the right from your one to the left. And if it's just going up and hitting resistance, make sure it's a nice formed M. That's a beautiful M. Let's talk about that since I just nailed that one too. You had a low, up into resistance, straight down, straight back up, break, boom, gone. Damn, we're on fire this morning, Alex. We're on fire this morning. Shit. If I'd have been in that gold trade, I'd be really on fire right now. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. That's my own bad. That's my own bad. It's my own bad for not being in that gold trade. I mean, the NQ had a beautiful M. So here's the 5-minute gold line. Here's bing, 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 bing. This is lower than this one. Bam. Shit. Yeah. Look at that gold trade I missed, though. That thing's just going to keep crawling. And why is it going to keep crawling? Because it broke all these pivots right here. It's probably going to slow down. Right about where it's at is where it's going to probably slow down. I mean, from there to there is another, it's $500. Anyways. No problem, Laker. I mean, we're up this morning already. Good start. So I started off the way Bob Anderson traditionally starts off. I started off with a loss. I started off with a loss. Fucking gold, man. God dang it. Started off with a loss. And then bam, bam, back-to-back wins. But if y'all paid attention, the loss turned out to be $90. The loss turned out to be $90. It's just understanding what the price action's doing so you can keep yourself from taking a big loss. Man, I'm so fucking gold. Jesus. Oh, shit. You took this GC long? Good job, lunatic. I freaking completely, I was resetting my my stuff and I was talking about other things and then I just completely missed it. I screwed the pooch on it. By the time I saw it, it was already leaving the launch pad, and I was like, well, I'm not going to chase it. Of all things, I'm not going to chase gold. Because that stuff is expensive when it starts going against you. Of all things, I'm not going to chase gold. All right, get all my stuff lined up here. Oh, okay, all right. I saw it, and it did it, and the thing is that's such a pisser for me to. It had already started forming this green when I saw it, because I was flipping pages here, and the bad part was it had a nice compressed candle right here, so you wouldn't have to defend much from here to here, like $140, and then just such a pisser. My own fault. That's what you get when you're a fucking amateur. I just, I'm sitting here creating a box. I'm even starting the video early because of gold. And then I screw the pooch. No problem, Aldemar. You too. Damn. The thing about if you can be patient enough too, I've said this before, but if you can be patient enough, if you just skip the first reactions off of the supports / resistance, especially when there's been a nice big run to it, and you can get an M pattern or a W pattern setup, those are in my opinion, those are the best setups. They're the most likely trade patterns to keep you in profit and get you a win. The problem is, if it does it in one rotation like this, if it just comes down to the red line and then it goes, you're not taking that trade. If it rolls up, then comes back and hits this red line again and then goes, that's what you would be waiting for example, on this gold, as an example of a W pattern, straight down, rotation like up to this peak, back down to here, and then woof. All right. Well, if it does this, you don't get the trade. That's the only problem. So what I tend to do, so since we're in the midst of, nothing going on right now, what I tend to do is on the first rotation, I tend to defend myself harder than I do on the second. So if we did come back and I got stopped out up here, for example, and we actually set up a perfect M pattern, I give this second attempt more leeway to work, because it's more, if they go for a second attempt, then there's buyers that are behind it to start, or sellers that are there to kind of push it. Kind of like I did on my first NQ trade on the live stream this morning. I mean, I just, because they never broke those pivots to my left on the high side, I just let it work on the M part. I didn't let it work on the first push down. The first push down that rotated back up against me, I took a $90 loss. The second rotation, I let it work. I was putting myself at a potential $200 to $300 loss on my stop. And then it just rolled right over. Still looking for gold to come and test the top of the box. Maybe it'll do that for us. It also has potential to be a gold line trade, because we came down from below a 5-minute gold line trade. We came down from below the gold line and crossed the 5-minute gold line, and we have not hit it yet. So I reset all my charts today. I don't have any of my account stuff in here. I don't even have my ATMs in here. So I'm checking stuff. All right. Yeah. All right. So we had a good start. Good start today. Would have had a much better start if I'd have taken that freaking gold trade. God dang it. Much better start if I'd have taken that gold trade. That's okay. Can't take them all. Can't take them all. So, for example, I've had 2 wins, 1 loss, $602. And one of those wins was a relatively small one in the RTY, because the rotation was not that big to get any money. That was probably only $200. All right, so let's see here. So oil is about to open in a minute here, in 16 seconds. So just watch gold when oil opens. Just watch that gold candle, the next candle, see if it acts stupid. Usually it acts stupid. Not as stupid as it does when the equities open, but usually it acts a little stupid. It's being tame so far. It is being tame. Yeah, gold's being pretty tame right now. That's good. That's not bad. I was kind of hoping it would come down here a little excited. I mean, gold's up in the highs, up above the open. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, my God. I just noticed this. Holy shit. Look at that. Prior day close. Whoop. Back through the highs. Prior day close, crossover, retest of the prior day open. I mean, overnight open. And then whoop, back to the high. Only a $4,000 trade. Only a $4,000 trade on one contract. Only a $4,000 trade on one contract. Oh, is it getting red now? Are you getting red now? Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. Come back down here. There you go. There you go. All right. We need her to come down here and sit on here or go right through that line because we didn't cross the box either. So it could be one or the other. We either come down here and sit on this line and go long or go inside the line, come back, and then boom, look for to cross the box. Those are my thoughts right now on that. I'm watching the oil box form over here to the side. I've definitely, you guys have noticed I've started to look at this box stuff in oil because, man, it has been very consistent. Made me some good money this week, by the way, crossing the box. I caught it once this week for some good money. I hit it with 3 contracts when it got to the second side of the box and it was just running. Man. Market is down, down, down today. My worst scenario. I hate that. Oh, shit. Look at gold go now. Holy cow. Look at gold go now. Look at gold go now. It's starting to move. Starting to move. It hit that freaking shit, man. It hit that 5-minute gold line. See, I really wanted this gold line to be down here, and then we do both of these at the same time. It hit that 5-minute gold line, and that 5-minute gold line is like bug repellent, man. It just pushes gold away. So it's a hindrance in my way, but I don't trust it for a trade because I still think they want to test the top of the box minimum or run through it. Damn it. Sometimes you got to gamble. Sometimes you got to gamble. Come back down. Come back down. Come back down. Come on. Come on. If I get lucky, they're flushing the market down in the pre-market. That's if I get lucky, they're flushing the market down, the equities in the pre-market, and then about 10 o'clock they'll rotate it back up. That's what I'm hoping. It's just a lot easier for me to trade if the market's going long instead of short. I am mentally deficient at looking at market short. It's not as hard for me to do in the pre-market because it doesn't move as fast. But when the market's open and the rotations are short, I just become freaking stupid. I just become freaking stupid. So like yesterday afternoon, all those trades I took in the afternoon session to make all the money I made yesterday afternoon, they were all shorts, but it was in the afternoon and it was easy for me to see the patterns because they weren't moving. It wasn't moving like, like a freaking pack of bats flying through the field. They weren't moving like that. If you ever seen a handful of bats flying around, you'll know what I mean. Well, that's what the market does in the morning. It's doing this, and you got to freaking make something out of that. And it's hard for me to see, on the short side. It's just hard for me to see. Okay, I'm looking for this to reach to here. And then I'm going to take the long if it pops out the top. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to just stick a finger down there. Just stick a finger down there. Stick a finger down there and touch the top of that box. You want to do it. Come on, man. Stick a finger down there. Damn it. Oh. Can you roll up now? I'm going to be so pissed. Come down here and touch. Oh, my God. Fucking A. Look at that. We are 80. What do we got? 58. 58, 2. 57, 7. We're 5 ticks short. 5 ticks short of clearing that support. 5 ticks short. Man, oil is just creating a huge box here. This is beautiful. Oil might be giving us some opportunities in a bit. There you go. Now touch that box. There you go. All right, now I am willing to go long now. We finally touched the box. It may just go inside, create a spot, and then go boom like that. All right, so either way, I'm okay. So I've got a long out here just in case we reject straight up. Oh, Alex, go back and look. Go back and look, man. Go back and look. I'm telling you. Both Jim and I have been trading. Now, again, here's the problem with the afternoon. So I don't want to get everybody completely discombobulated. The only way the afternoon works, the only way afternoon trading works is if the market's still rotating. If you get to the afternoon and it's just flatline, don't be trading it. But if the market's doing this stuff, then start looking for your patterns. And they're so much easier to trade because it's less, there's less retardedness going on. Ah, man. Okay. I'm done here. What it did is it kept me out of a failed gold line trade. When I know that, when I know that there's another slash support slash resistance really near me, and I'm coming to a line or a moving average, I get real hesitant, because in my mind, I'm like, no, they want to test something below me. They don't want to test this spot. If they've tested below it first, then roll up and then come back and test the higher level, you're good to go. But since they had never tested the top of this box yet, I'm going, no. When they got here, because we're just too close. Shit, man, are we going to have a red line long? Are we going to have a red line long here? Seriously? Oh, my God. Man, I don't want to do that. Yeah, CL's on fire. We've got 3 more minutes for the box to close. So CL's on fire. It's up here creating a beautiful box. I think we're going to have potentially some trades over there. How big is this box here? 57, $1,300. All right. See, we're so deep inside this box, I think we're going to go down. But it's not giving me a setup. I wanted it to come down, create space, come back up, hit here, and then sprint across the box. Right now, it's leaving hope for the longs and hopes for the shorts. It's not giving me a clear indication either way. The problem with gold and the box trades, there's too much money. There's too much money to defend if the pattern isn't clear. Meaning the candles are there's too much money to defend these candles. Like say you're going to defend this candle on the break here. Well, I mean, you're looking at 57, 55, you're $300 and some dollars. I mean, that's a lot of money to defend. So I want the actual setup. So what I'm saying is, like, if I'm going to go across the box, I want price to come inside, create space, create space with closed candles and all, and then go here and then reject. I don't want it to just meander into the box and then do it. There's too much money I got to defend. But recognize they're inside the box now. So since they have not been inside the box yet, other than when they came out of it, the intent is to go there. And they'll probably do it right here. I mean, they're probably going to do it right here in front of me. Anyways, I'm all right. All right, so we got a minute and the box is over in oil. So let me shrink this up. And here's oil. So oil's got a nice size box. Holy crap. Oh my God. Yeah, oil's box this is a good size box for oil. Because you're talking over $1,000 across the box. You're talking $1,200 across the box. So it's a good size box to watch for patterns, for potential patterns. Anyway, so far, I'm just sitting here. I'm not touching any of these equities anymore because we're getting too close to the open. I'm just not touching any of them. Looks like oh man, RTY had a second M pattern. Holy cow! So let's just while we're sitting here effing around here. So we created this low, came back up into arguably the 5-minute gold line and the 5-minute red line, came down up into the 5-minute gold line again, and then wham to the bottom. Wow. That was pretty. That was pretty. That was pretty. That was truly pretty. That was very pretty. Don't teach an old dog new tricks trick. just let me do what I want to do. No, thanks for the insight. But I mean, I'm at the point where I don't learn technology things anymore. Just let me bare bones where I'm at. I'll give you an example. Where is it? Let me find it here. Where is it? Well, I can't find it right now. But I've had well, where would it be? Oh no, it'd be over here. I've had because of this YouTube channel, I've had the opportunity to change my system from Ninja to Quant Tower to whatever. And it's like, I don't think you understand. I mean, I know how to trade Ninja, and the learning curve time for me to learn how to trade something else, how much money do I lose? And I've been offered some good money to change platforms, financial money to me. I'm like, I mean, Ninja doesn't pay me anything to use their system. They don't pay me anything to use their system in front of you. And they were nice enough to give it to me for free, Ninja. But they don't pay me anything. But I've had companies offer to pay me to use their system. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. I don't have the time to learn something else. And when I say substantially, I'm talking 50K plus a year. A year. Good job, lunatic. I didn't trust it because it got too herky-jerky for me. Gold really has been kind of lackadaisical this morning. I know. That's why they gave it to me for free. Patriot. That's why they gave it to me for free. Because they turned around and charged you for it type situation. Do they still, I'm assuming they still do the lease or the purchase option, I'm assuming. I know, Patriot. It's funny. Man. I mean, the patterns for gold have been there, but they're just so lackadaisical. Just so lackadaisical. Okay, MB. Gotcha. Good morning, Wayne. Oh, somebody's calling me. I think this person's called me like the last. It's probably a telemarketer because I think this number has called me like 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row and never left a message. How important could the call be, right? You've called me 4 days in a row and never left me a message. How important can that call be? It's probably a telemarketer. That's why I'm saying that. I've been getting so many spam calls lately. I don't like it's been ramped up lately. Even and for some reason it's a lot of text messages of companies wanting to give me money to run my business. What the hell are you talking about? I don't need any money to run my business. Leave me alone. Not this business, my business, my modular business. All right, I'm going to look at this 5-minute gold line potential here in gold. I've only got 7 minutes till the market opens. Come back over and touch, and then let's go up. Yeah, I know, Gene. It's just so freaking annoying, man. My phone does a pretty good job of identifying spam, but sometimes, it doesn't. It's not foolproof. It is not foolproof. All right. Now we're on top of the box. Yeah. Oh shit. It's a big candle. Come on, man. Why is the candle so damn big? Whoa. Whoa. Hold on, Nelly. Why did gold jerk down so hard? Let me get out of here for a second. That big down candle, right? That just jerked pretty hard. We got an inside candle right here as of right now. This is inside our candle to the left. Stop. Stay. Wow. And then it just jerks right back down again. Holy cow. Morning, Nadine. We've been on fire this morning, making money in the RTY. Making money in the RTY, of all things. Well, we're going down in gold. So that's why I don't recommend trading gold, lunatic, to anybody, unless you can dig yourself out of a potential $1,000 loss. If you can if you've got the mental fortitude to dig yourself out of one, then there you go. But you can get kicked in the teeth fast. Now that it's up here in the 4,000s, I mean, when gold was down at 1,200, it wasn't like that. But now that it's way up here in the stratosphere, man, it can snap the money right out of your hands fast. All right, so we got 2 minutes, and the equities are going to open. So regardless of what the hell sets up in front of me with a flag that says take my trade, I'm not doing it, because the equities are opening and it's going to screw up these things for a second. So I'll be right back. I'm going to get some coffee. Gold, you dirty dog. It did go across the box. Dirty dog. Look at that. Just like really no place for me to make money doing that though. And they sure didn't do it in a nice straight pattern that I like. Yeah. Yeah. The YM candles are huge, aren't they? So is the ES really. That's what what I said this morning in the pre-market is I said I hope they come out of the gate and they flush the market down and then rotate it, after 10:30 long, and then it'll give us some opportunities to make some money. And they're definitely flushing it down right now. and not to be Mr. Captain Obvious, but it was off the red line, just like it was off the red line here, not to be Captain Obvious, not to point out that the elephant is respecting the red line. The elephant being the Dow and the ES. Those are the two elephants in the room, respecting that red line. Good morning, Bruce. I don't know if Jim's out of bed yet, but I want Jim to tell you guys something, not me. Man, I should have gone long off the bottom of that box. I just sat here and froze. I want Jim to tell you guys something, not me. If he when he gets in here. Because he told me last night, and I think it's rather insane. I think it's rather insane what he told me. We've had some good trades in the pre-market, Bruce. I hit an M pattern in NQ. I hit an M pattern in the RTY. Both off the red line, short. I know I took a short trade, Bruce. I know. Come on, man. It's well, that's yeah, that's. I mean, Jim's gotten to the point where he's messaging me at 8:00 my time at night. Did you catch that red line? I'm like, dude, because he's even gotten so addicted to it. He's trading after the market opens back up at 6:00. I told you he sent me a screenshot of like Tuesday or Wednesday. He took some trades after 6 p.m. I believe they were in gold, and he was up $12,000. Yeah, I'm hoping they stay in lockstep, MB. I hope all four of them do exactly what they're doing right now. Flush and low, and then rotate between 10 and 10:30, and then have nice smooth roll-ups the rest of the day. Man, I should have caught I looked at that off the mid band right there in gold. Jesus. That's what I'm hoping they do. That is what I'm hoping they do. But because if they just stay down, it's going to be some very lackluster trading today, in my opinion. If they just stay down, because we're already all the way down. So I would like them to rotate back north after 10:30 and then start, doing some patterns. So let me get gold out of the way. Oil obviously is just going to sit there and pretend there's no war going on in the Middle East, I guess. I guess that's what oil's going to do. Just pretend there's no war going on in the Middle East and not cooperate. All right, so here we got the NQ. So the ES and the NQ are looking like twins right now. Oh shit. Looking like twins right now. I forgot to fix this one. Sitting on the mid band. The current mid band. Certainly not the closed box yet, so it's not permanent yet. I am going to try a short here off the 1 minute gold line. Come on. Come on. If you roll up, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not going to do it. Now, if you come back, I'll do it. Nope. Nope. I wanted it immediate. And then when it didn't do it, I canceled. Again, only because it's 9:40. We're not even past 9:45. But then when it went back up, if it had come back down immediately again, I'd have gone in for the second attempt. But now the pattern is destroyed right here. Let me check something here. Where is oil? There's oil. Okay. All right. Oh, you're going to go down anyways, aren't you? Yeah. All right, we got 4 minutes. I wonder if we're going to get what happened yesterday. Remember when we blew right out of the box? Man, that came out of nowhere. If you remember yesterday, we were right about now, and then all of a sudden, zzz, I mean, everything just started taking off. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Yeah, that's probably another reason why Lunatic, the afternoon trading was so much better. Also, I mean, the afternoon trading yesterday was really, I mean, I hit, like I said, I hit 3 big trades for $2,000 plus a piece, 3 of them. Nice and smooth, no stress. You know, closed myself out at $5,500 after being down about $600 yesterday morning. I mean, it's hard to trade when they keep releasing random updates on the war and shit like that. When, you know, they're unscheduled, you know. Okay, we're 2 minutes from the box being done. Man, the YM is just not wanting to rotate. I mean, it's just way down there, sitting at the low. It's the only one that's not agreeing with the rest of them. The rest of them are all trying to go up now. But again, they're not going to be able to do it unless the YM starts doing it, in my opinion. Are they, Bruce? They were supposed to be speaking last night. So they're going to run their pie holes again today? Somebody needs to give those people a new hobby, like digging a ditch some fucking place. Oh yeah, 10:30. Somebody should hand those people a shovel and tell them, go out and do some real work. Sitting in your ivory tower and destroying America is not real work. Sitting in your ivory tower and destroying America is not real work. God dang it. Well, Yeah, I'm not paying attention to oil right now because it's just not doing shit. It hasn't even left it either side of the box yet, Patriot. It's not giving me anything to think about. It's just sitting there. We may be getting my hope, though. My hope is that we start rotating long. We're doing it a little earlier than I was anticipating if we do it now. This is a little earlier than I was anticipating. I wanted it after 10 o'clock. I mean, it's going to take a while to rotate with conviction because this sucker is way down here in the depths of hell. I mean, the Dow is way down here in the depths of hell. So the RTY stuck its head out, and now it's rolling back. Jesus, I didn't fix this chart either. Man, I'm telling you what. Fix your charts, then start trading, Bob. What the hell's wrong with you? Fix all your charts. I got too many charts. I'm like, I already fixed the RTY. Oh, yeah, it's the one over here. I already fixed the RTY. Oh, yeah, it's the other one. The other RTY he fixed. Too many damn charts. Look at that. Look at that. Came out of the box late, and it's forcing it back in. See, came out of the box late. Forcing it back in. Orville was in here yesterday, Jeffrey. He, at the time he was in here, I'm going to have my numbers reversed. He was either up $1,250 or he was up $1,800. I can't remember because that's what his 2 days were, yesterday and the day before and yesterday. He was up combined $3,000 the prior 2 days when he was in here yesterday. And he was still trading on his damn phone. He's still trading on his damn phone. Still trading on his damn phone. I know it's yeah, he came in late. It was, as a matter of fact, he came in literally when I said I was going to shut the stream down. And so I kept the stream open for another 15 minutes so he could kind of update whoever was still around on, what's going on with him and stuff. They're supposedly trying to keep him from retiring by offering him a promotion. So he's kind of in limbo on that because he wanted to retire because he was making money trading and he's already earned his pension. So he just wanted to, last fall he wanted to retire. Now all of a sudden they're like, well, how about if we promote you? Man, that RTY is going to cross the box. Unbelievable. Stuck its head out, back in. Oh, yeah. Oh, is that what he said, Bruce? I didn't catch that part. I do know he trades micros. And I mean, which is smart since he's trading on his fucking phone. Look at that RTY. Look at that dirty dog. Out the top and then all the way across the box. You dirty dog. Just a dirty dog. I can't, he, oh man, look at that GC too. That was a good call coming up, John Carl, but it looks like it's destroyed. Look at, so it broke its pivot here, came right back to the top of the box and the red line. Hold on here. If we bust long, I'm going to be in this one. If we bust long, because we broke this pivot right here, came back to support. Shit, we got news in a few minutes too. Come on, just take me and run. Take me and run. Oh, I'm so frustrated right now. I'm going to close this out. Look at this. Crossed, space, top of the bottom of the box, across the box. Yeah. It actually did the pattern. See that? It's when the box is small like this, it's harder to see. So it came out of the box, rotated up, sat on top, created space. See that space right there? Sat on top of the box, top of the bottom, and then rotated back across. That's what the pattern is supposed to do. I'm a little leery on this one because we got news in a few minutes and it's kind of sitting here. This pivot broke that pivot and then came back. I mean, that's a good setup, but it's not rejecting back up. That is a really good setup. But something seems to be wrong here because it's almost like they're waiting on the news. So I'm not gonna sit here. Prairie dogging, yeah. I used to live out in Colorado, man. We had those damn things all over the place. And yeah, you could look across, look across the field. They look up, then you turn your head out, they're gone. This would have been a beautiful pattern right here. Again, just like what happened yesterday on the trade I took yesterday live here. We went through the pivot by a tick, came back down to support, and then wham. If you guys remember, that thing ran up for $1,000 like that. So the pattern was perfect. John Carl, the pattern was absolutely perfect. At least it didn't suck us in and then take our money. Yeah, at least it didn't suck us in and then take our money. But that was an absolutely perfect pattern. Holy shit, that was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. I mean, you had the 5-minute gold line, the 5-minute red line. You had the top of the box. I mean, shit. I would have, looking at it right here, I would have been like, that's gold. That's golden, you know, boom, boom, back up to here, which is over $1,000. So, and then, you know, and then roll over. And it's like, all right, whatever. It was a great setup. But again, a trade like that, I mean, I'm not, you know, trying to determine your objectives in trading, but a trade like that, I mean, shit, you only need 1 or 2 a week. Bam. That's a $1,000 banger right up to the top, right up, because the target needs to be up here in all this resistance area. I mean, there's no reason for it. If it had rejected long, there's no reason for it to come back until it gets there. Okay, John. Yeah. Yeah. Micros. Yeah. Man, the market is still going down. It might happen after 10 o'clock. Like I said, maybe we got to get some news, very meaningless news, really. That was just perfect. God dang. Man, that was perfect. You know, the footprint in the sand, man. That's the conversation I said yesterday. Footprint in the sand, the finger through, off support. Oh, there he is right there. Oh, yeah, Jim. Well, we got news right now at 10, Jim. What is your goal today in trading and why? How about that? What is your goal today in trading and why? He's not short yet. He's looking for a rejection, John. He doesn't just buy at the lines. That's called insanity. And we got 10 o'clock news right here. Okay, I'm looking for a potential YM here. Just FYI for everybody. And why? Why is that your goal? Come on, Jim. Tell me why. Well, today. That's today, lunatic. Today. you're Now you're making this painful for me. You told me why last night. You told me why your objective was X. Oh, shit, man. Come on, go down. Go down. Go down, YM. Go down. Don't go back up. Go down. Damn it. Well, I'm not going to tell them why if you're not gonna. That's why I left it for you to say. Yeah, I see that. CL is running straight down, oils and gold is running straight up. Gold did nothing but run right off the mid band. Look at that. Jesus, gold. What the hell? Where's my ES chart? Where's my ES? Oh, it's behind here. Damn it. Let me grab that and get it out of the way so I can see what I'm looking at. Little indecision after the news, I guess, Bruce. For everybody but gold and oil. For everybody but gold and oil. Both gold and oil started moving after the news. The equity started going, what? Man, gold just didn't even give us a chance to trade it. Just ran away. Might get a 1 minute gold line set up here in gold in a minute. The equities need to, I guess, digest the news. I don't know why this news would make it stick in mud. I have no idea. They are definitely stuck in mud right now. All right. Start going somewhere. I'm still looking at this over here. All right, let's look at gold. Maybe a 1 minute gold line in gold here. It's really lackadaisical getting here. I would prefer a 5 minute gold line, to be perfectly honest. I would prefer a 5 minute gold line, to be honest, and I would prefer it to pick up some pace to do it. I got break even on that, Jim. All right, hold on here. YM off the bottom of the box. We'll try it again. Don't try it again. Come on. You owe me one, YM. You owe me one. Oh, shit. I missed this. I missed this. I missed this trade. I freaking forgot about it. I forgot about this one. Yep, I forgot about this one. And of course, it's the one that works. I forgot about that one while I'm looking at this one. All right, forget that. Well, damn. Took the YM too long to do that for me. Took the YM too freaking long. Too freaking long. All right, so we're between 10 and 10:30. Like I said, hopefully this thing will start rotating long. And we can start getting some rotations with everybody in agreement. Got a ways to go for the ES to do that. I can tell you that. All right. Come on. Oh, yes. Be my Be my baby now. Be my baby now. Be my baby now. Come on. Come on, be my baby now. There you go. Be my baby now. Let's go to at least the mid band. Come on. Come on, ES. Come on. Be my baby now. Oh, go to at least the mid band. Come on. Get me there. Get me there. Come on. Come on. Just keep going. Straight line. You're back inside the box. You're going long. Let's go. See, we broke all these down pivots right here. Came back inside, hit the 1 minute gold line. Boom, boom, boom. But we're inside the box, which was the main thing I was trying to get to. So hopefully my intent is to try to run it at least to the mid band. Come on, ES. It's got 5 more points to go. That's a long ways to the top. Long ways to the top if you want to rock and roll. It's a long ways to the top, folks. Come on. No. We don't need to do testing shit. We just need to keep going. We don't need to do testing. Excuse me. Oh, come on. Are you going to come back and test all these fucking lines? I didn't want you to do that. Come on, 5 minute gold line. You hold. There you go. You hold. You hold. Hold and go. Hold and go. Hold and go. There you go. Now let's go. Come on. Let's go. Man, this is, I'm asking a lot of the ES, folks, just so you know. I'm asking a lot from the ES. This is asking a lot. Come on, baby. You can do it. Come on. I am asking a lot of the ES. I will be very impressed if this actually works. I will. I'll be very, very impressed if this actually works. All right, when we break that, okay. Let's go. Ah, you should not have gotten slammed down right there. You should be long. Come on. Jesus. This is the elephant. Remember, this is the elephant. This is one of the two elephants. This is one of the two elephants. And I am trying to push an elephant up a hill right now. I am trying to push an elephant up a hill. Come on. I am asking a lot of this trade. I really am. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Come on. There you go. Come on. Oh, no. Come on. What the hell? Come on. We know where you're trying to go. Why don't you just go there? Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, we got these shorts trapped. Now let's go. We got the shorts trapped. Let's take their money. Ah, you fucking pissing me off. Damn it. Take me out. Take me out below that candle. You. No. No. Come on. Man, for those of you that trade the ES, you know, I am asking this thing to do a lot of work for me. And it's not gonna. Well, it might. I am asking for it to do a lot of work for me. Ah, fuck. Yep. Asking for it to do a lot of work for me. I was asking for it to do a lot of work for me. Damn. Damn. That traffic jam. Yeah, I was asking for it to do a lot of work for me. The YM did it. I guess I should have jumped on this elephant. This elephant did it. It went right back to that mid-band. I couldn't see this behind my freaking chart, so I didn't know. Yeah, the YM made it to the mid-band. God dang it. I couldn't see it because I had the chart covered. So, well, again, everybody should know this. Everybody should know this. Come on now. You guys know this. If I take the ES, then you take the other elephant. The other elephant's going to go. My elephant's going to freaking sit on its ass. Damn it, ES. Fuck. It was a beautiful setup. It just, I was asking way too much from it. I should have been happy with about 8 points. Asking way too much of it. Still, they have not. Now we're at what, 10:20? They still have not come up with enough energy. They still have not come up with enough energy in these three markets to start going long. I swear to God, man. God dang it. Oh my God. Anyways. God, it broke all this pivot. It broke that big down pivot. The elephant broke the down pivots, and then, oh my God, it's my own fault. My own fault for not being happy with it, with a good profit. What a freaking idiot I am. So I missed the retest of the box. What a freaking idiot I am. What a freaking idiot I am. I should have been, once we go inside it, we should anticipate testing it and then rolling up. Maybe it'll double tap it and then roll up for me. Let me see. In the ES. Let me go over here where I can see the YM at the same time. I am looking at the NQ over here. There is a lot of headwinds on the NQ for anything long. That's a negative right there. There's a lot of headwind on the NQ. Yep, we're just rolling over. Okay. All right. Well, I wouldn't have made any money. So are they're talking right now, right? 10:30? So, yeah, it's right here. So Anna Paulson's going to run her pie hole and tell some fairy tales right now at 10:30. So don't be surprised if the market goes freaking dormant, then retarded, then dormant, then retarded. She's got to go out and talk today to earn her bribe money. That's her job. She's got to earn her bribe money. So right now she's opening up a Disney book and reading it. Yeah, John. I will be in quiet mode for a bit now, unless we actually just start creating some patterns. I will be in quiet mode for a bit now. Man, that ES trade could have been something beautiful. Because that's one of the elephants. That and the YM. If the market's going to rotate to the long side, it needs those two to lead the way. That could have been a big trade. And that's why I held it. I mean, that could have been something very big. I mean, the $300-400 would have been nice, but at the end of the day, I really might have, I really had the opportunity to be in on a good rotation. That was one of the afternoon trades I took yesterday in gold, was a rotation from the downside to the long side. And I held it and added and held it. And I mean, damn, that thing just made me a bunch of money. Oof. Man, that coffee's strong today. All right, well, I'm waiting for a shark to enter the tank. So let's all look at Contender for a minute. Come on, buddy. We're all waiting on you. By the way, he doesn't like Fed speakers either. So he's probably not around right now. There's Contender. Isn't that a beautiful freaking species? That's a dinosaur right there, my friends. 14 feet long, 1,700 pounds. A very appropriate name, Contender. I love that name. I love that name. All right. See you, Jim. Nothing. Avalon, nothing. That's the beauty of gold and oil. Nothing. That is the beauty of gold and oil. If you know, they are independent minded, independent thinking, in my opinion. Now, you know, they get influenced by the dollar. The US dollar. Is the dollar strengthening? Is the dollar weakening? But I mean, you know, but in general, no, I don't look at anything. Well, this Bob right here, just likes making money every day. I will admit this week has been very good, but it's been mainly in the afternoon, and I'm not even focusing on it in the afternoon. I'm actually doing my job. Hell, I went out. Listen, when I went outside to cut my grass yesterday, because I did cut my own grass. I like to do that. It's therapeutic. I went out to cut my own grass yesterday. I left here and I was either down $600 or I was break even. I think I was break even. I don't remember. I came back in to get something to drink. I look at the chart. I'm like, oh shit. And I hit a gold trade, boom, for like $2,000. Then I go back outside and I trim my bushes and whatever. I came back in. Holy shit, there's a rotation in gold. Boom, boom. Gee, I mean, anyways, long story short, $5,500. And it was all from just sitting here, not sitting here staring at it and over trading, but just happening to see, oh, the sharks are in the tank. We just went here. Now we're doing this. And whoop, in the afternoon when there's, you know, when you know, Trump's not running his mouth and these Fed chairman people aren't freaking running their mouths. And, you know, basically the news is done filling everybody's head with retarded thoughts for the day because they do that first thing in the morning. The afternoon had some nice, beautiful setups. I mean, just some beautiful setups. That's probably true, John. That's probably true also. To be honest with you, these Fed people talking, I'm surprised gold is not jacking around. You know, because all they're doing is talking about how, hey, you know, money, oh, we got plenty of that. Push a button, there it is, woohoo! Problem solved. Problem solved. See that? We are so much smarter than the Romans. They didn't know that instead of watering down the silver with other abnormal metals, we could just push a button. See, we're smarter than the Romans. Bunch of fucking idiots. I'm telling you right now, the reason the market right here. Look at 10 o'clock. So let's look at the YM. 10:30. See this? See this? This is from 10:30. It's because that person right there is talking. Because that person right there is talking. That person right there who thinks she's part of an organization that's smarter than the Roman Empire. So I don't know when she's going to be done talking so that this stuff can start moving again. I don't know. I mean, I might have to just call this stream, over. I mean, look at the NQ, 10:30. Boom. How are you going to make money in there? She starts talking, market goes dormant. And then when it does start moving, it's because, she finishes the story with, Prince Charming showed up with the slipper and put it on, Snow White. Woohoo! Then all of a sudden, price goes one way or the other. And it's all a guessing game. When they're talking, it's a great time to lose your money. Where was he then? Where was he then? Hold on here. All right. Friday rants. It's only because these people come out here and talk as if they've got anything important to say whatsoever other than we're going to print money and give it away and throw it out the fucking window. And when they do that, they destroy my opportunity to trade and make money. Every time they talk, they destroy my opportunity to make money. so that I can keep up with the inflation that they create. I need to make money just to keep up with their inflation. CL is 9 to 9:15. GC is 8:20 to 8:35. Excuse me, 8:20 to 8:35. Jesus. And make sure that your settings are correct based on how your data goes in. For example, mine, I have to put my start time at 8:21 because it's the formation of the candle from 8:20 to 8:21 that is the 8:20 start time. So you got to make sure you have your start times correct. Everybody's data is a little bit different. Jim had his wrong, and he was sitting there chirping out settings to me earlier this week, and I was like, dude, you got your settings wrong. Because he was putting it at literally on his data 8:20. Well, he uses the same broker as me, same data feed as me. I'm like, no, dude, you got your settings are wrong. But the start time is 9 a.m. to 9:15 for oil, and 8:20 and 8:35 for gold. But make sure in your settings it's actually starting. And so what you do is, like, I have the first time I ever, just to make sure everything's right, I'm looking at my phone, and when my phone says 9, is my box forming or not? Not when it said 8:59. Yeah, my data. So you go into my settings for the box in gold. It's 8:21 to 8:35 because the 8:35 candle, on the way my settings are, ends at exactly 8:35, and that's 15 minutes, because 8:20, the space between 8:20 to 8:35 flat is 15 minutes. So before you start trusting it and whatever, watch it open. Make sure you have your settings right. Because if you're off and you've got the wrong top and you got the wrong mid band and that kind of shit, you're just going to have. I use Ninja, but I also use Kinetic data. So, I mean, I don't know if it's Ninja or Kinetic. My guess is it's Kinetic, but and then how it feeds onto my chart. Just make sure. That's once you get it figured out for your system, it's the same for all of them. No problem, Christine. No problem. It's a confusing thing. It is. I still have to sit down and do my chart setup video. Hopefully I can knock that out this weekend, and then put it out on YouTube, because that's one of the things I'll talk about also, is how your box is set up. And then, of course, also using 1 minute, right here. Wait, right here. Using 1 minute and 5 minute data to feed your lines, so that your lines are literally the exact as a 5 minute trader, exact, instead of a very close by using a 105 SMA. This setting right here is truly a 21 SMA off that 5 minute data from down here, and it throws the line up here because that's how I put it together. So I got to do the video on how to set the chart up that way. In the description below, I explain the simplest way to do it, which is to just have a 1 minute chart, and here's your settings. Larry, it's you're talking to a Nimrod here. You got to email me, and I can attach the script and send it to you. So just email me at goldlinetrades@gmail.com and ask for it, so I know that's what you're asking for. I don't have a link. You fucking piece of shit. Off the gold line? God dang it. I just can't trust. I can't trust it right now. Is she done talking? Maybe she is, because we're starting to move a little bit. But there's another one talking at 11. Yeah, just email it. Make sure you put in the description what you need so I know. Yeah, I'm with you there, John. I got a few real work things to do today first. Then I'm going to probably take my dogs for a nice 5-mile hike. Supposed to get in the low 80s here today. So I'll take the dogs for a nice 5-mile hike this afternoon. They love that. Well, not as many fireworks today, Jim Park. Not as many fireworks today. Of course, when Fed people show up on Fridays and screw up our days, it doesn't really help. Because I'm telling you right now, the sharks don't come and play when those people are talking. You'll see that over and over again. When those people are coming and talking, the sharks stay away. Lunatic, you got to figure that out on your own, dude. I can't tell you. That's why I say you got to see when your box is forming, depending on, live. That's the way I did it. First time I ever figured it all out, I just sat here and looked at my timer, and I had my box. The key to make sure you're doing it even the best way is in your settings, you say right here, on price change for calculate. It'll start creating that box the moment the candle starts on price change, and you'll be able to see, okay, this box started creating on my chart at exactly 820 when my setting was X. I'm not going to tell you what that is. You need to figure that out because I don't know. There, yeah, Joshua, that's a good way to answer it also. Yeah. Joshua answered it even better than I did. Thank you, Joshua. I just don't want to tell you. Joshua gave you the perfect way to figure it out also. I just don't want to tell you, and then you're trading that for the next 3 months, and based off my thought versus your reality. I mean, gold has done some nice things today, but it's just doing it so fucking lazily. So lazily. Yeah, that was actually a good answer, Josh. I should copy and paste that one when I send out the emails. That's a good answer. Yeah, May, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. I'm waiting to. I may have to come back at 1, hit a trade, and then take the dogs for a walk, just to keep myself in good standing. I've had a very good week this week. I reset my account last Friday, so I started this week with a reset balance, and was nervous on Monday. And then as the week progressed, I mean, things just got better and better. And now today, I'm sitting here pretty much. Well, I'm like at break even. I don't have any money. Let me look, Bruce. Since we're sitting here, let me look. Hold on here. I don't want to. Oh wait, we changed. Oh, I can't, Bruce. We changed dates overnight. Let me go backwards. We changed dates. If you'll notice, we're now on June. We were on April yesterday. Let me see if I can load a chart up as an April. Give me a second. Am I making sense, Bruce? We rolled over. It won't show up on here. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Where am I? $11.56. Okay, hold on here. That was what I did in the live stream. Let me see here. Where am I? That was a break even. Okay. All right. Jesus. Give me a second, Bruce. Give me a minute. Oh my God. All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm pretty sure I took an NQ trade also in the afternoon. Matter of fact, I know I did. Let me see if I can find that also. Let's just knock all this out since we're sitting here picking our nose. I'm pretty sure I hit an NQ trade yesterday afternoon also. You know, once the day goes by, I forget everything because I'm brain dead. I can remember the money, but I can't remember the trade. Ah, yeah. Okay. All right, let's show you the NQ trade first. Yeah, but we got another one of these idiots talking in 3 minutes, which is kind of why I'm just being lackadaisical, to be honest with you. The YM had a nice, don't get me wrong, nice crossover retest. But again, I would like to be doing that, not knowing that these idiots are going to start running their mouths. So in the NQ, this was after I shut the stream down. We came up, came down, came back up, had a bottom here. We had broken this pivot here. 1 minute gold line, bam, down. And I don't know how much money I got there. I was trying to ride it all the way down. So I was following the back of the candles, got a little bit of money there. That's where I think I ended up break even for the day. Because when I shut the stream down, I think I was down $500 or $600. So this put me about break even for the day. Okay. And then let's keep going here. Oh, that was 2 contracts. Oh, that's right. Okay. I got in this trade. That's right. I ended up adding a contract. I got in this trade and then it did this herky jerky stuff. And then I took it back through the bottom of this candle. So I was in 2 contracts. Oh yeah. I had a contract and then added a contract and then bam, followed the back of the candles. I was hoping for it to go down to here. I forgot about that. Shit. So here was a nice M pattern. Boom, 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 boom. And I missed that because I wasn't here. I wasn't sitting in front of my computer. So then I came back later and there it is. So we did a crossover all through the low, Donchian Channel, straight down, boom. I just added the shit out of that as we went down. Then we got gold here. This was the gold stuff. Hold on here. This is the gold stuff. Where is it? All right. So we had, okay. So this is it. So we had a pivot. See how these pivots were going up here from the bottom? Pivots are coming down from the top. We broke this pivot when I came back to my desk from mowing the yard. We had this inside candle, bam, bam, just like that. $780 right back. I took it back down to this pivot. So I took this, it broke this pivot, came back up into our 5 minute gold line, had an inside candle. I took the short here back to this pivot, $780. Then let's see here. Now this was advanced. So we created down movement, but we didn't break the bottom of the pivot, rotated up, rolled down, didn't break this pivot, rolled up and sat here and created a shelf. I went long out of that shelf, added another one there when we broke this candle through the 5-minute gold line, added another one when we came off the red, through the red line. So we came back, sat on the red line, added another one, followed the candle, got knocked out when this candle got broken to the downside. That was a big one right there. That was a big one right there. That was a beauty. That was an absolute beauty. That's the one that made me the money. That's the one that made me the money right there. But I had to go back to that. I had to go back to that. What the hell is that called? To that April contract to find that. When I woke up this morning, I still had my charts on. When I woke up this morning and I looked at my charts, this is what I saw. And I went, what the hell? This is what I saw. When I turned my charts on, when I already had my charts on. This is what I saw. I said, something's wrong. So I shut everything down, reset it. I shut everything down, reset it. And then realized that I needed to be on the June contract. Because there was the gaps and everything this morning on that contract were ridiculous. I was like, what the hell? I can't be trading gold. Look at that shit. I couldn't be trading gold because I was in the wrong contract. And that's another thing too, that's kind of not helping gold today. If we're in between contract changes, there's still volume. Bruce is correct. So here's the contract today. So this contract is still moving. So there's volume shifting between here and here. You know, we're not all in agreement contract wise. So it you know, the fact that GC is a little bit sloppy today does not really surprise me because of that also. When you have half the traders trading one contract, the other half trading another, Ninja's the one that identified the fact that I needed to roll over, so I rolled over. But there's obviously a lot of traders that are still trading the April contract, and that just kind of makes it tough. Yeah, Bruce, exactly. Have a great weekend, Bruce. Okay, so that's my point, Alex. You know, I woke up this morning, I'm looking at the chart going, like Bruce did, looking at it going, there's no freaking way I can trade that. And so I shut my Ninja down because it tells me volume has shifted or not when I reload it. And I reloaded and it told me the volume had shifted. But when we're in that transition phase, trading is not necessarily so good. Gaps and fills are not good, and rotations and pushes and pulls are not so good because volume is traded between two different instruments. Hell, gold needs every bit of volume it can get. So last thing gold needs is to be split between two contracts. Gold needs all the volume it can get because it has gaps in pricing, even with pretty good volume. That's why you really got to have the heart of a lion to trade gold, especially up here in this price range. All right, so yeah, I agree with you there. Hopefully this is a good sign. So as of right now, the RTY has crossed the red line. The YM has crossed the red line. The NQ is trying to cross the red line. The ES has crossed the red line. And there goes the NQ. Shit, man. Woo. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. This is what I was hoping for a long time ago. Was all these guys to get on the same, to go north of the red line instead of staying in the south side of the market. Because I just don't think they have much play to the downside. Oh, CL. There it is, CL. All right. Jesus. Another thing about afternoon trading, I have more confidence in things like the NQ and GC to add contracts to trades. I have more confidence because if you watch the price action, you can see the manipulation is not violent like it is in the mornings. Well, damn. All right. All right. All right. Let me drag this down. Let me drag this down here. Well, no, let me just open it up over here. How about that? Let me just open it up over here. All right. Oh boy, are you going to run off on me already? No, I didn't want you to do that. I wanted you to come down a little more. Come down a little more. Come down a little more, R2I, please. Come down a little more. Damn it. It looks like it wants to go long. I really wanted it to come down a little lower before it does. I'd like confirmation that we pierced the red line. Right now, it's literally like touched it. Come on down. Consolidate more down here. Come on. I'm looking for a potential RTY long. Just so everybody knows. I would like it to come down further. As the YM is seeking support to the long side also, maybe off the 5-minute gold line. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Shit. All right. All right. We have gone down. We have gone down. Okay. So the YM is at the 5-minute gold line. The RTY is at the 5-minute red line and the 5-minute gold line. The RTY has had a nice run up. So I'm hoping that it's back here seeking support for a continuation further to the long side. That's what my hope is. My hope and my prayer and my wishes and my dreams and all that good stuff. My hope, my prayer, my wish, my dream. So to do that, oh my God, shit. Oh shit. Damn it. I don't have my strategy on there. Fuck, damn it. Don't make me miss it. Jesus Christ. I didn't have my strategy on there. I looked over to the right to push my buttons, these buttons, and it's not on there. Hold on. Oh, well, probably a good thing. Probably a good thing. Oh, yeah, definitely a good thing. What the hell? Whew. All right, I'm going to. Yep, that was a good thing. Yeah, I hope I'm such a slacker. I still got to finish my corporate taxes, and they're due Tuesday. So I got to get that done first and foremost. They're due Tuesday, and God knows the government doesn't do anything on time. But if you don't, if you don't, well, since that. Man, gold is just off and running. Wow. So gold is running to the prior day high. What I would like, now that we've had space, come back, retest the top, because we never did retest the top after space and then reject all the way up to there. That's what I would like. Yeah, taxes, my ass. Such a freaking pain in the ass. Never realized you had a business partner until a business partner you never knew existed until you do taxes at the end of the year. Oh, I had a business partner sitting behind the scenes all the time. I didn't know that. Huh. Come on, let's go. So we had a little red line there. Nice, beautiful setup on the red line. Hopefully we can get something out of it on the YM. It's got to get through this freaking 5-minute gold line, though, which is going to be a battle. Come on. It's an anticipated battle, so I'm not surprised. Come on, man. Don't. I might get knocked out at even. I'm trying to get something bigger. Probably the wrong day to do that. Yep. Probably the wrong day to do that. Was a beautiful red line. Look at that. Beautiful red line. Straight from here to here, up. Maybe I'll get a W. Maybe I'll get a W. A W would be better because I would actually feel more confident. Maybe I'll get a W. Yeah. I'm probably trying to ask too much for today, Gene, to be honest with you. I'm probably, because I've had what? Shit, I was up $400 or $500 in an ES trade that I let come back on me. I'm probably asking too much today. But it takes one of those, like I did with gold yesterday afternoon. It takes one of those to then bring you to the next level that you can then rotate and start adding contracts. You know what I'm saying? I got to have a launching pad, then create a situation where, you know, more things are lining up, just like I did yesterday. I mean, I added through the 5-minute gold line yesterday on that gold trade, and I added through the 5-minute red line, and then woof, and off I go. And the next thing I know, I mean, that trade, I'd have to go back and do the math, but that might have been about a $3,000 trade. I think it was 3,000. I do. I actually think that was 3,000. And it all started with with one contract. You understand what I'm saying? It all started as a simple 1-minute contract, one contract. And then when it hit certain levels, I played it through those levels when I added, knowing where the next rotation was, and I was able to defend a winning position all the way through until it ran out of gas. And I now I think about it, it was a $3,000 trade. I mean, shit. All right, these clowns are obviously this Fed chairman's telling some different fairy tales than the other one, because these candles are getting a little herky jerky here. Right, and I'm not going to go see Gene, because again, I'm conservative. Okay, I'm not going to go into a trade like NQ or gold with 3 or 4 contracts. I mean, I'm just not, because, I mean, what? Am I insane? But if it's a rotation that I can identify that it's going to be a potential bigger move, like this really could be a potential bigger move. I mean, we're over the red line. We've created all this big donkey, and we're right here. I mean, this potentially really could have been a much bigger move. So I want to hold it, get through there, have it break some pivots to my left, sit on top of my gold line and add more because I've got room. And that's how you take what would be maybe a $200, $300, $400 trade and turn it into a $2,000, $3,000 trade without having to have the contracts at risk from the beginning. Because I'm sorry, that's just too damn scary for me. I mean, Jim can throw out 5 contracts on something. That's, I just forget that shit. If I'm going to have 5 contracts, it's because I earned my way through to more contracts. I mean, you think about it. Yesterday on that gold trade I took, I ended up having 3 contracts on that thing at the end. That's a lot of gold contracts for me. That's a lot of gold contracts for me. A lot of gold contracts for me. CL, let me see here. CL. Well, the top is, I mean, I might be off a tick because I can't really see, but 97.72 is my top. My bottom is 96.57. That's what Gene, it turns me into if I put contracts up front into a trade, unless the damn thing immediately launches straight out of the, straight off into position, I freak out. And then like even this one, if I had loaded this up, when it's up here starting to run out of gas, if I had loaded it up, say it was 6 contracts, because this is a $5 instrument, I'm going to be freaking out and just pushing the button. Like I'm going to give up the ghost of even doing what this trade really could have been. I use Market Watch, marketwatch.com. I don't use those forex sources because the forex news reporters tell you every damn thing in the world that has nothing to do with what we're doing. Because forex can really, you think this shit moves, you can get your head snapped in forex. So you do need to know, everything going on there. Yeah, it's just, and Gene, I'm just trying to, make money routinely, and I don't how do I say this? I'm not really concerned of how much it is at the end of the day, just as long as I'm continuing to move forward. Does that make sense? Like I'm not caught up in, I need to make, I want to make, $5,000 a day or whatever. I don't. At this stage of my life, it's not going to change my life. What's going to change my life per se is to just be continuously profitable in trading. Because all I really want to do is just trade, as time goes on, instead of, continuously running my modular business per se. You know what I'm saying? And see, here's an example of somebody's telling some fairy tale. And I don't know how you're supposed to trade that. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody's telling some fairy tale, and I don't know how we're supposed to trade that. So this is exactly why the afternoons, in my opinion, have been better. Because again, when somebody can run their pie hole and this happens, which is non-predictable because it's not a slotted time for anything or whatever, you got to understand that's why Contender is not playing the game today. Contender may show up on Friday afternoon and play the game when all the noise is gone, but he ain't playing the game right now. Because he's smarter, even though what's between these two eyes, there's the brain the size of a freaking walnut. He's smarter than your average trader. He's still smarter than your average trader. Yeah, Market Watch just gives me literally the stuff I need to know for trading these instruments. The Forex one, man, wow, but again, yeah, there's a ton of them out there. I've used Market Watch for probably 16 years now. It's never led me astray, but if you're going to trade oil, you got to go find that because it's not on here. It doesn't tell you about oil. It Doesn't tell you about oil inventory. And oil inventory is one of those things that rotates depending on holidays and shit like that. So if you're going to trade oil, you want to source the oil inventory report data from somewhere else, not here. If you're not going to trade oil, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. All right. Anyways, I'm going to that's because somebody said something, Danny. Somebody said something. Oil doesn't move $1. Oil doesn't move $1 unless somebody said something. And you can't predict that. I can tell you that from trading oil for years. Oil doesn't move $1 unless somebody said something. Are you talking about a red line, or are you talking about a 1 minute gold line? If it breaks a pivot on a 1 minute gold line, oh hell no. Jesus Christ. On a red line, I'm less concerned. Jesus. On a red line, I'm less concerned. Jesus. Oh, oil just did a nice little 1 minute gold line right there. Jesus. Not that, again, we're in some kind of news going on, but, there's a nice 1 minute gold line in oil. Oof. Anyways. All right, I'm gonna shut down for the day so that I can do some things. And again, I highly recommend, whatever instrument you're trading, whatnot, go back and look at yesterday, kind of see if there was some patterns there that you might be interested in. And then, if you got some time this afternoon or whatever, kind of see if similar stuff is happening this afternoon once they're done with the news, and whatever, hopefully, and then maybe you can steal a little bit of money. When the market is just moving on its own energy versus news scared energy. But of course, don't do shit if the market is just like this. Okay, you got to remember that. The number one thing I probably should have emphasized when I was showing my trades earlier in gold. If you go back and you like the gold trades I was showing, the market was moving. It wasn't doing this. Everything was off of a rotation one way and a rotation the other way. You can't make, that goes back to my comment, you can't make the market make you money. Okay, you jumping in can't make the market make you money. So the market has to be moving and making money and stealing money for you to know where to get in to steal somebody else's money in this zero-sum game. Jamie, I don't really give a rat's ass about that. I mean, if you're trading non-cowboy end of day drawdown don't mean shit, because trailing drawdown or end of day drawdown doesn't mean shit. If you're trading the way I talk to you to trade here, that drawdown thing means nothing. Doesn't matter which way it's done. You know, I always, you know, and a lot of times I find people say, oh, if I just had end of day drawdown instead of a trailing drawdown, if I just had that, I would have been successful. No. You failed because you didn't have a good plan. You would have failed either way. I'm just telling you. How many times I've heard that shit? I'm like, yeah, sure. Sure. I mean, if $2,000 becomes on a $50,000 account, if $2,000 in the negative becomes a bad situation for you, you probably shouldn't. You probably are doing something wrong. And again, you know, prop firm trading, I would be trading differently than I am now. For example, the gold trade I took yesterday, I wouldn't have done that in a prop firm. I wouldn't have done that in a prop firm. I mean, I can't do a trade where I do multiple add-ons and make $3,000 in a trade. So, you know, so I'm not necessarily, when I'm trading here, I'm not necessarily trading the way I would trade if I still had a prop firm. And it's costing me a little bit of money today. I mean, that ES trade, I had $500 in the bag if I'd have just closed it, but I didn't, because I'm looking for something bigger. Again, I've had a very good week, so I'm just trying to add on to the very good week I've had. I've had a very good month. So, you know, not to make smallness of it, but a $300, $400 trade isn't going to change anything for my results, if I'm making sense. But it will if you're in a prop firm and you want to discipline your way to passing, and then obviously discipline your way to getting paid. Anyways, everybody, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good weekend. And don't give all your money to the market. All right? Bye.